be safe and sound. Great last 2 picks for Omega, but I also like the picks here for TNC. I love how now this time with both of them seeing, all right, you can do this, we can do that too. They both sort of restructured their drafts, slightly different flavors. Omega still sticking with a priority in Karina, but now TNC going with something incredibly different.
It feels like this matchup, this best of 5, is an arms race.
Yeah.
It's a matter of who learns the fastest and who has more in the arsenal, more in the tank. And so far, if you're talking about 2 teams, 2 franchises that have been long-lasting in the world of, in the realm of esports, what better than TNC and Smart Omega, right? One more look at the draft here. It's Smart Omega bringing a lineup that's close to their chest. Like nothing here will shock you except for maybe the early Kadira pick. And then for TNC, one huge change here is SD picking up the Balmond.
Yeah, man. It's going to be a good one. But warning, though, for TNC, once Omega starts building a lot of dominance ISIS, if they have 2 under their belt, it might be tough for them because that Karina will be a huge problem. Kadita, rather.
Going into the early game, no invades happening quite just yet. But, why is Kelra too far? Wow!
Ben Things doing Ben Things.
It's starting.
I mean, if you think about it, man, to counter most of the teams, it's like, let's disrupt the jungle. Now SD, once again, going to have to back out here. But he's at least got his buff. But again, this is what you have to do if you're TNC. You need to disrupt Ryzen because he plays the Karina so well. I mean, most players that get the Karina, if they have an easy early game, it's a little bit hard. Wow, early flicker from Chaknu.
My friend Joseph, not just Ryzen. Actually, even Kelra was disrupted because I think, if anything, they were trying to use Kelra as the body block.
And they tried, which is a head scratcher for me. Maybe in the bottom side of the lane here, Omega will be able to get a win. One of the more prolific Tom's performances actually happened against Cram. It's the exact same matchup. Tom's versus Esmeralda and Cram. The last time it happened didn't go well for him. And look at Ben Things taking things all over the map with the hook, being able to secure the coin from the crab.
There's a saying, Ben Things doing Ben Things. Woo! And he's doing them.
Oh, man. Ryzen, Kelra, the fact that they're sharing this part of the map, the fact that they're struggling to get XP and gold, despite the gold lead for Omega, doesn't feel right.
Oh, another hook going to land here. Etu Max going to be just fine. Has that little regen too, but again, Ben Things is on fire right now. Not only is he hooking these creeps out here, the crabs and everything else, but he's landing the hooks now. Chaknu could go in here. Can he actually find something real? This goes down. They're looking for a setup, but they find a kill, and that's going to be another one. 2 fall for TNC. Omega grabs the 3rd. That's going to be a double kill for Ryzen. And now, once again, Smart Omega in control.
Put respect on it because Omega was holding back. They had brass knucks in their pockets. Was not expecting that much damage this early on.
We didn't need to wait for dominance ISIS for TNC to get slowed down. With the real world manipulation up, they have to play around it. And because, again, Omega has the Kadita, a perfect pick against this kind of lineup. No problem with picking that right away, and no problem for Ryzen to clean things up, securing the double kill there and a massive lead early on for Omega.
I love how Omega actually approached this again from a different angle. They understood that TNC were going to play for objectives, and Omega just barreled on through, stepped on the clutch, switched it up. Let's just take heroes.
And also on top of it, I mean, if you think about it, the itemization with that early lead, right? Omega is these heroes is going to benefit very well from those early kills, and especially in terms of a Kadita, right? You have to consider the fact that, I think you said, Renmar, this is one of the first times that Etumax has brought out the Kadita, or, you know, he doesn't play it often, but the thing is, it's working so far.
Yeah, he hasn't played it at all. So this is a shock to the system of TNC, a pick that Omega hasn't played before. Now, so far here in the early game, has become a problem, and it will still continue to be a problem. There's
another hook going to land, going to be the lockdown here, but the response comes out, and they actually punish Ben Things as Omega responds.
He got down, Ben taken down. 4-1 already. We keep talking about how the previous games have been low kill scoring games. Omega and TNC showing up. Oh, this game more Omega. Man, 4 already, almost 2K ahead.
Yeah, this is a lot more action here in this game number 3, especially before the 5-minute mark.
Now TNC will have to really wait and see if every time Benthings gets a hook, will it be a good call to initiate right away? Will it be a good call to force this and get this pick off? They have to know where the other members of Omega are, especially the Kadita, and let's add the Grok into that mix as well. Even if you catch it, doesn't necessarily mean you have to make the most out of it for TNC, because time and time again, so far in the first 5 minutes, we've seen counters from Omega.
Nice little attempt there from Chaknu to find something, but again, they're going to grab the turtle here. Smart Omega once again finding themselves with a lead. Let's see if they don't let this one slip out of their hands once again like in game 2.
I love how Chaknu's playing here. He is a lethal enforcer. If that wild charge hit, it would have resulted in just as much, the same turtle for Omega, and maybe even a kill or 2. What's happening here, gentlemen, is Omega is playing to their pace. They're literally downloading what they did from game number 2 and just continuing that train of thought. It's literally just the same, all right? Let's set the pace. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's the same cadence. And looking at the heroes, it's still Ryzen on the Karina. Very rarely do we see Omega play around Ryzen. It's usually playing around Kelra, and it seems like it's this new play style, this new tempo that's leading them to victory against TNC.
Dare I say, it's textbook. This is textbook our Omega we're seeing now. Not Omega timers, not let's play for the late game. Not after what happened in game number 1. We have other options. Let's utilize that, and they're utilizing their entire team. The small nuance that I want to point out here is Chaknu with a high and dry. He will not be afraid to pop that right away if he sees Benthings in the jungle. Because again, with how they're rotating Itomax and Chaknu together, this is very usual for Omega, wherein they roam tandem together with strong burst pick-off types. They will not be afraid to commit ultimates just so that they can find the enemy roamer, just so they can find the enemy mid laner for a good advantage.
Oh, look at this. They're setting something up.
Man, all sides of the team here. Let's see if they actually give and engage. One thing that they're going to have hard time with is... Oh, they set up a nice hook there. The wild charge! Once again, the Chak Mamba surprise comes out, taking down Benthings once again.
Could have sworn the Grok had a guiding wind. Just as soon as Ryzen got pulled in, he got the flicker, wild charge into the face, punished TNC for thinking that they can take down the core of Omega without any repercussions.
Roamers, take note. If your jungler is dying often, that might not mean because he's being careless. That might just mean you're not taking care of him well enough or taking care of her well enough. Chaknu is taking great care of Ryzen. What a response by Omega. What a response by the Mamba.
This is what we love to see. The Chak Mamba on the comfort. At 2 Max, not able to find a kill there. The real one was coming down. SD now looking for a response here at 2 Max. Nice save there from the Chak Mamba.
Wow.
Once again with the wild charge. As you said, Renmar, he is taking care of his teammates.
He's in control. He's setting the tempo for Omega, and he's stopping anything that TNC throws Omega's way.
It's amazing. For years now, season after season.
That's going to be a kill right there.
Good call.
Will result in another kill, but this time around it's TNC going back. I'd like to say, for years now, season after season, I talked about how Chaknu, it's not just the mechanics, it's the game sense.
Yeah.
It's how aware this young man is, Joshua Mangilos, of everything happening on the map. We saw that yesterday with his Angela. Today you're seeing it on a micro sense, on a battlefield level, how close he is to what exactly is happening and how well and how fast he reacts.
Yeah, and now though, Cram this time on an Esmeralda, Enchanted Talisman and Dominant Size. Oh, hold that thought, SD, nope, not going to be getting a kill there, but he does get that orange buff. Now Cram this time will not have a nightmare experience up against the Toms. This time it's him being a problem for OMG, but Cram, good use of the Cyclone Knight to not go to where Chaknu and Itomax were.
Man, at this time, again, Benthings has to be super careful with the hooks that he's landing. I mean, he's landing them, but Chaknu once again, the flicker, wild charge. Escalator still going to be up, though. No follow-up. They actually can't get the kill here.
Turn around.
Now, focusing on Ryzen. Ryzen here to bad spot, but the ball of the weave. He's still alive. He finally gets taken down. Escalera still alive.
And now TNC are fighting back. Their own outplay, their own great macro teamwork right now is showing. They're seeing each other in the mid lane. But let's see if anyone will force it. Doesn't seem like it. Yasuo now has a Malefic Roar. This could be a key item pickup for TNC.
This is going to be a big moment here. TNC now working on the Lord. Renzio trying to get some vision here. Chaknu also trying to do the same. Going to push, bend things off. Lord's going to reset. Wild Charge comes down. Kelra looking for a kill. Torn apart. Memory grabs one, but the Chak Mama's down two. Renzio pops the vengeance, but he gets taken down by Cram. Cram is punishing Omega for double kill, and they're coming back into this game. They take the gold lead. TNC's going to work on a tier 1 turret as well.
TNC was sandbagging the damage that they had. The fact that there were trades and pickoffs happening in the past 3 or 4 minutes that Omega were setting the pace. TNC was just waiting for the perfect turnaround. They didn't even need the Lord. They didn't even need to get more kills. All that matters was the moment decision making from the Phoenix, and they do take down Etomax, and eventually they will go for all the more conversion and objectives. I'm hearing TNC chants in this halls.
Man, Uber time, Oni time, Omega time. Now it's Cram time on that Esmeralda. Being a nightmare for Omega. They do not have enough tools just yet to burst him down, to whittle him down enough. Cram now is in the situation in the game where he can be the main frontliner for TNC with an Oracle and a Dominance Ice on him. Oracle being that key item pickup. There are Dominance Ices on the side of Omega, on the Ryzen, onto Renjo to decrease the healing that Cram can get. Let's see if anyone can build or will build an Enchanted Talisman. They might need another Dominance Ice and a little bit more burst magic damage.
They find another one. They're going to try to stop him. Max taken down here. SD, unrelentless. That's going to be a killing spree for Yasuo as well. Lord's going to go ahead and reset. Chaknu going to be in trouble. Wild Charge's going to come out. Renzio's going to get taken pretty low. Renzio now zoning them out here, pushing TNC back. Check out the back lane though. Cram now going 1 versus 2. Meanwhile, another 1 versus 2 in the top. It's back and forth. Cram unstoppable though. And now Renzio's taken out by SD. TNC taken out 4 of Omega.
What a beauty! A mirror in the mid lane. Renjo, Cram, 1v2 against the other's teammates. What a sequence. I'm speechless. At this point, I'm just nerding out. I'm marking out for this moment. Let's look at that instant replay. You see here, initially, TNC found a good pickup, but because Chaknu getting the knockup, he'll get it in just a moment, and Renjo coming in from the top to the mid lane and to the behind of TNC. Great call by Chaknu to knock up. Great rotation by Renzo, securing the kill there onto Yasuo, but this is picture perfect. Clip this, take a picture of it, frame it if you want to, sell it, maybe someone will buy it. What a beauty.
Put it on the friggin' blockchain, why not?
Put it on the blockchain,
baby.
It seems to be the key to TNC's comeback there, or the key to having that become a viable trade for each other, was the fact that they both switched over to heroes. You could have gone blindsided and said, you know what, it's a Lord fight, we have to go for the Lord, we have to go for the Lord. Omega has a tendency to do that. We've seen that. We've seen them do that time and time again in the regular season. But this time around, TNC had their number. Nay, Cram had their number. The fact that it was Cram building up to this very moment made all of the sacrifices in the early game, in the mid game, now into the late, worth it.
They're looking to crack open the base here, where Will comes down, but to make quick work of the Lord. And Renmar, I saw your reaction, the big pickup.
The Ice Queen won, the sign that your Esmeralda had a fantastic game. That'll be life steals and slows and magic damage for days. TNC, can they break inhibitors? Maybe even potentially have the game, but Chaknu goes in.
Oh, Chaknu looking for the wild charge once again, grabs a kill, big pickup. Yasuo is taken out of the picture. Renzio's now going to be the focus here. SD, got to be careful. Chak Mamba still there around the corner. Now Ryzen, no hook's going to land here. Cram will once again zone him out. They're going to back off, calm it down here for TNC.
Just as much as TNC trusts Cram, Omega respects him. You see how all of the members left from both sides and Cram was just the one standing. He's like, yep, no, this is my lane. No, it's me.
Yeah.
This is mine.
But Omega, though, ballsy play, but it worked out there in the end for Chaknu to commit the Flicker ultimate, make sure that it stopped TNC. Slight goal lead here for TNC, but the items gathered by Omega are close enough that, again, they can turn things around. they were able to take down Yasuo, but even with the presence of an Eve and a Balmond for TNC, Omega, it's a sign for them that if they cannot get that Eve early on and they don't have the angle, they won't fight it. They're still respecting the real-world manipulation and the chances that Escalera, with a great ultimate from the Eve, can turn things around.
And this is a scary situation because now at this point, Omega has... It's pretty much they lost that lead that they had, that advantage. Now not only do they have to worry about Cram single-handedly zoning them out, but they have to watch out for Ben things, the hooks, because at this point, Yasuo obviously has the damage. The real-world manipulation there is as well. So these are a lot of factors that Omega has to watch out for.
Not just the hook, but also the fact that Ben Things has the Bloody Hunt. Regardless of what point it is in the game, that is crucial in significant time that one of your heroes will not be doing anything.
Yeah.
So whoever Ben Things catches, well, ideally, it's someone like Etomax or Kelra, that is already a -1 automatically that TNC has on you. It's basically a man advantage. And Kelra using the torn apart memory immediately. Wow. Oh no!
Oh, Etu Max is going to get a little bit of health back now.
Yes,
Cram once again zoning everybody out here. They have to retreat. Omega full on retreat, but Ben Things with the flicker hook. He finds one now. Renzio trouble. Real world manipulation going to come down. Zoning him out. Another flicker is going to be popped. Ben Things now. Ryzen trying to do his best again. That's going to be a hook landed by Ben Things. Can they follow it up here? Lord is going to be up. They could decide to take this one. Jack Mamba. Once again, Cram going to do his best to just zone them out. Meanwhile, check out Yasuo working on the Lord here. Jack knew you're not going to be able to do much. Cram once again with the slow. Lord secured by TNC.
As soon as I saw the torn apart memory be pulled on Kelra, it was a losing team fight immediately. But also the fact that Etomax fell, even without Bentings using the Bloody Hunt, as I was just talking about it, the Bloody Hunt is going to be key here. TNC's like, nah, we can use the map, we can use our Goldie, we can use our maneuvers to do more than just that. And it made all the difference. It made this Luminous Lord, is it? Yes, it is.
It is.
Free for them.
And even Ben Things saying I can also use a flicker hook, something that we don't usually see get a kill, usually just to open up for a kill, but that was dirty, and that was clean at the same time, what Ben Things pulled off there. And now with this Lord marching down the mid lane, TNC, Cram needs to get to that wave into the top lane right away, but it looks like they're going to be playing around the waves in the mid lane and in the bottom lane. If they can't end the game right now, they will definitely be able to get the inhibitors in mid and in bottom.
Base can be cracked open here for Omega TNC. How will they go ahead and continue to push in? Now going to be focused on this bottom. Omega going to handle Lord. Right now, Cram, again, be in the front line here. Ben Things looking for a hook. Not going to find anything just yet. Omega down 2 turrets. 1 left for the base. TNC waiting very patiently again. In any moment, a hook can land. A falling Star Moon can be committed. And right now, TNC going to be very disciplined. Wave's going to be pushing in here. Omega still defending so far. Meanwhile, the top lane, Minions going to be pushing in. This is going to be a turret. Nice damage coming out from Yasuo once again. Can they defend here? This could be it. Now, TNC has all lanes open of Omega's base. Right now, no one's going to pull the go signal just yet.
Huge lead from TNC. You can see it. I've heard a quote somewhere, the best form of success is excess. And Yasuo is selling his items to start slowly buying these things that will just help him use Renner. He's an all-in Renner mindset.
Yeah, this is what we call a privileged marksman. You can just sell stuff, buy stuff, get what you want, get what you need for a certain situation. And we saw there how a snipe can turn things around. He didn't get the kill onto Etomax, but it stopped any idea potentially of Omega going to force something to punish, to being able to successfully defend, to maybe getting a kill or 2 to force TNC back so that they can take more control of the map. Now TNC have full control of the map. They're going to be holding on. They'll just wait for the next Lord. They just really have to watch out here for Etomax and Shaknu. At the same time, watch their positioning so that if they go low and if Omega start winning the team fight, Ryzen can't just keep resetting and using and proccing the ultimate over and over again. Because if that happens, that will be devastating for TNC and that'll be a great point of turnaround for Omega.
Omega's team fight is so fragile, especially when you're looking at the real-world manipulation and Benting's kit.
Yeah.
So thinking about it right now, Omega have to think about certain steps, 2-step, 3-step plan.
Yeah.
And that's all the more made complicated by the fact that they can't just leave their base. So they're always going to go into these team fights or engagements half-cocked. You're missing counter right now, and that's a huge part of your team fight. So if you're Omega, what do you do here? Do you think about the all-in, the pickoffs, or the defense? What's your priority?
All right, now the priority is going to be Etu Max as he's pulling all members of TNC here. He actually survived Falling Star Move, committed. Etu Max is taken out, killing spree for SD. Now, Renzio going to be in trouble here, trying to convert something, but it's not going to be enough as he's going to get focused down here. He does live quite a long time. Look at Renzio, but it's not going to be enough. They find another kill, 2 down for Omega. Ryzen now looking for a kill. He needs the resets here, but once again, Chaknu, that's going to be it. Kelra torn apart memory, but it's going to be an unstoppable cram. And they focus down Ryzen. 3 down for Omega, and that's going to be it. TNC making quick work here. Ryzen, once again, 2 versus 1 situation, but look at the base. SD working to push this back. Chaknu trying to defend. It's only a matter of time. Ryzen, he does have the immortality. Cram going to slow him down. Goodbye. Here comes the immortality, but the rest of TNC now joining here into the lane, and that's going to be it. TNC taking game number 3.
Match point for the Phoenix. A well-fought fight for Barangay Omega, but it all came down to execution and, of course, the very, very effective kit brought in by TNC.
Man, did you hear the TNC chants too? That is, they are heated up here. And what a game for TNC.
What a game by these two teams. With the back and forth, the story these two that these two teams are telling, you guys set it up in the beginning. This could be on the way to being an instant classic, because we can't just say that Omega are out right away.
Yeah.
Because we've been seeing them trading, but TNC definitely won this trade this time around. What looked like to be Omega being in control, they hit their power spike.